growing up in the 90s, we had cartoons growing up that were a lot more educational and taught more life lessons. One that I grew up watching the most was Sailor Moon. At the end of every episode, Sailor Moon would have a lesson, and the lesson was called Sailor Says. And it was always a life lesson, and it taught you how to be a better person, and overall it was just very educational, an educational part of the show. Sailor Moon helped shape the young minds of children and teens and adults, because everybody in all kinds of age groups watch it. But the show shaped their minds in a very positive way. And growing up, even though she was a cartoon, I did aspire to be like her. It was my absolute favorite show growing up. Sailor Moon was known to be a crybaby and really scared and just not courageous, but her actions and how she handled those situations really instilled the courage in me, and I'm sure many other viewers. There was no better role model to me. Since she was known to be the coward and the weak one in the group of the Sailor Scouts, she was known to run away, but the weak scenes in the show were the ones that inspired me the most, because every time she ran away crying and she was scared, she had her friends to lift her up, and she, in a way, exuded a lot more perseverance whenever her friends told her that she believed in them. And after the sequel, where she would get over her fear, she would come back and she would save the world every time. She harnessed that courage and taught me how to believe in myself and have more courage in myself in especially difficult situations. One of the situations where, for example, Sailor Moon defeats a lot of male villains. Growing up, I was bullied by guys. So seeing her stand up for herself and seeing her defeat those male villains helped me find the courage in me to defeat my villains. In one of the episodes, the Sailor Scouts and Sailor Says lecture you about protecting your skin from the sun. They even go so far as to explain how the ozone layer is thinning, so it was very educational. They not only urged to wear the sunscreen, but they also made it a point they also pointed out that having a dark tan, even though it looks cool, it's not the healthiest for your skin. Another episode, Sailor Moon's grandpa is playfully teasing her friends, but her friends don't like it because they don't know her grandpa, and her grandpa doesn't really know them, so he really had no right to tease them. After watching those episodes, I never thought it was okay to tease somebody that I didn't know, unless it was family or a close friend that I knew would get it and have fun with it. But unfortunately, I also fell victim to teasing, and I'm sure those people didn't watch Sailor Moon or weren't taught to be kind of respectful to others. But seeing that episode helped me learn how to handle those situations. The most important lesson that I learned from Sailor Moon was the episode when she starved herself because she gained a few pounds, and she excessively exercised to lose it. I had developed an eating disorder in high school and then after high school. And after I rewatched the series when I was 18 or 19, it made me think about the repercussions of what I was doing and how I was hurting my body, and I quickly changed my lifestyle. Sailor Moon in the Sailor Says lesson didn't teach, but encouraged you to eat a healthy diet, and if you didn't know that you were overweight or not, to go to the doctor. And she also says at the end of it, real beauty comes from the inside. In conclusion, Sailor Moon really helped develop young minds into something so much more beautiful than what it could have been. What's also great about the show is that they had good use of their public platform by using it and trying to teach kids from right and wrong. Sailor Moon, in a way, had saved me physically and mentally, and I'm sure along with many other viewers that watched the show.